What's up, players? Welcome to the Nasty Soul channel. If there's one question I probably get asked the most, it's, yo, what the f is that chord? And it makes sense since 65% of guitar players don't know which chord they're playing. And consider that with the fact that 87% of statistics are made up on the spot. In this video, I'm going to introduce a very popular neo/slash chord, and more importantly, how you can identify any chord that you're unfamiliar with. In my last video where I focused on the chord progressions of Connor Albert, and you can click that link right over there to check out that video, one of my students pointed out he noticed this particular chord being used a lot, and it looks and sounds like this. We call that a slash chord because, as you could tell, you can't write the name of the chord without a slash. But to refer back to the first question, what the f is that chord? Well, a slash chord is literally any chord written with a slash. But this particular chord is the most common slash chord in neo-soul. This chord is specifically when the notes are written in order, so A over B, F over G, or D over E. Those are all the same type of chord. And if you ever want to figure out what a chord can be called, just add up all the notes in relation to the root. To make it easy to start, let's just assume the lowest note in this chord is the root note. So our root is B, and in music theory, everything relates back to the major scale. So let's pull up the B major scale and see how the notes relate back to B. Now the next note in this chord on guitar is A. In the key of B major, the 7th degree is A sharp. So if I flat that to A, you would say A is a flat 7 of B. Okay, so I add that with the other two notes. I can see that C sharp is the 2, E is the 4. So this chord has a harmony that has the intervals 1, 2, 4, flat 7. Now since there's no third making the chord major or minor, you would call this a suspended 7th chord. So basically, A over B is the same as B7 sus 4. Now two things about this are important. You could treat this as a 5 chord pulling you into the 1, so A over B to E major 7 would be tasty diatonic bliss. You could also add movement on guitar by moving between the A triad and B triad, which are both technically in this chord. So let's try this out. So now when it comes to moves with this chord, we could find those two triads and see if we could put them together. So A over B, we want to find our A triad right here. And then just up a whole step to our B triad. Find my next triad, A right here. And then one more triad up to B. And I could just consider just that right there as movement to, add something over that chord. So let's take this simple progression in E. Let's go from E major 7 to C sharp minor 7 to F sharp minor 7 to A over B. Let's see if we can add those triads in there just like this. Alright, so another move that we could even think about is over that A over B, I could simply play all my A major 7 chord shapes. So this is my chord, A over B. But if I were to think about my A major 7 shapes, and I could take this chord right here with my root on the 5th string, and then I can go right here. It's another A major 7 shape. So I could take this, try. Let's see if I can spice up this vibe a little bit more and add some neo chords. And you can learn about neo chords from my Neo Soul book right over there. Let's vibe on this. All right, let's see if we can find this in a different key. Let's go over to C. We'll do C major 7. And then my slash chord as a 5 would be F over G. And then from there, I just find my F and G triad going up the neck. So I start with F right here, go up a whole step to G. I find my next F right here, go up a whole step to G again. And I can play around with that idea. Alright, I hope you learned a couple of things from this video, and if you want to learn the pieces that I played and see the tab that goes along with it, check us out on Patreon. All Patreon members get an interactive tab that accompanies my lessons, exclusive lessons as well, and jam tracks. So check that out, keep jamming, and stay nasty.